Okay, we have one more surprise thing that's not on the agenda to talk about. It's the .music domain, and I'm hella curious about this. I could get Jolie Odell .music, ooh, which would, I think, eliminate a lot of domain problems for a lot of bands. What's your name, sir? I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Constantine from dotMusic. It's up there.
Take
As
it away.
you can see, the camera is right on me and my logo is on top. That's freaking awesome. So for the last few years, I've been lobbying to introduce a top-level domain exclusively for the music community. There's bands, for example, Queen. They don't own Queen.com, or Prince. They don't own Prince.com. Eagles. They don't own Eagles.com. Van Halen as well, so many bands. And there's a lot of issues with band names, whether it's trademarks or not. There's a band called Rain. There's actually about 14 bands called Rain. So, and a whole host of bands. I'm sure, Jolie, I think you're a bassist, right?
Yeah, I do bass and vocals.
Okay, you're a bassist, and I'm sure there's many Jolie musicians, right?
I don't know.
I know there's a lot
Only
of
one
Johns.
counts.
We've had countless emails from Johns asking us, we want John.music. I'd be like, yeah, a lot of Johns want John.music. So we've been lobbying for the last few years to launch .music. The biggest problem has been the rights, trademarks, and all those things. So we're trying to put together a validation system, either through all the PROs like ASCAP, BMI, SESAC, perhaps Sound Exchange, Grammys, wherever there's a membership ID so you can verify yourself that you're part of the music community. That's one of the ways. So it's credible. So what we're trying to do is connect the music community with its own domain and identity. So if, let's say someone goes to Constantine.com, they'll be like, what's Constantine? What does he do? What's the .com? What is this guy about? But if they go to Constantine.music, they'll be like, okay, this guy is part of the music community. Isn't that awesome? We have our own address that means something. So they're like the challenge of rights and trademarks and putting everything together. I've been flying all over the world, lobbying at these ICANN meetings, talking to a lot of Fortune 500 companies that are against top-level domains because they want to protect their rights and their trademarks. They don't want a bunch of extensions launching on the internet. So that has been a big challenge. So the innovation that we wanted to put together is sorting out the music space on the URL level. So a lot of people traditionally go on, they search Google to find their stuff. Let's say I want to look for Queen. I go to Google, I put in Queen music, and you find it. Our approach is different. Why don't we just use Google, and why can't we just go direct navigation? For example, most of you use direct navigation to go to the websites that you want to go to. So you don't go to Google and say, I want to go to Facebook.com. You just go www.facebook.com or for Jolie's, Mashable.com or whatever site you want to go to. You go direct to it. So we are reserving all the big domains. For example, rock.music, attorney.music, hip-hop.music, slow.music, San Francisco.music, and countries, French.music. And when you register a .music address, you'll be placed in those portals. So, for example, you're a band from Jamaica, you say you're from Kingston, you're a reggae band, no one knows you. So people can go to www.kingston.music and they can search through that city and find the band from there, or Jamaica.music, or find out, hey, let's find out what's happening in San Francisco in terms of music, San Francisco.music, and then all the .music registrants are found there. This way, we don't have to rely on Google for people to find us. People can just think about a keyword, so keyword.music. So let's say love.music, and you go there and you find songs or bands that tag themselves as love. So this was a new way of discovery, and also to help people discover music from different regions. There's been a lot of problems with discovering music from, let's say, Poland or Chile or let's say Tanzania in Africa. And how would people find this? They would try Google, but there isn't an authority that administers that. So we're talking to a lot of governments to create export offices and to export their culture out of these websites like French.music or Greek.music and trusted sources. That's why we're trying to put this together. It's a big ordeal. We've been working on this for years and years, a lot of lobbying, a lot of convincing, trying to get a lot of people on board, not only governments, also the music industry, to try and create an industry standard. So we've got the biggest profile on MySpace, like 4.2 million friends, most of which are bands, and we've assembled over 1.3 million signatures from people that want a dotMusic or they want it to launch, and we're tweeting away, we're getting a lot of support, and yeah, I'd love to hear any questions that anyone might have, or Jolie might have a question, or that would be, I'd love to answer any question or concerns.
I think it's a really fabulous idea. If you want to sign the petition, it's music.us, right?
Music.us, music.biz, music.fm,
Oh, okay.
they all go to the same.
Oh, okay. I just signed it myself. I'm
You're the
totally
best.
stoked about it. Do we have any questions from the Peanut Gallery?
All right, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, cool. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you all so much for joining us.